Girls before, I understand.
Yes, yes, many
But that was a blonde one, wasn't it?
Yes, would you like to sit down?
No, thanks.
Okay, so I better leave them alone.
Come
okay,
on.
Thank you.
They better leave us
Good
alone.
night, see you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, Rod,
Well, Jacob.
actually, when this is on, you just arrived from Rome.
Yeah, no, I'll just be going to Rome tomorrow.
No, when this is on.
Oh, when this is on, yes.
Yes,
This will be,
you'll
so I'll
be
miss it.
on the World Cup drawing of lots,
Yes.
together with Sophia Loren and Pavarotti.
Yeah, apparently they're going to be there as well.
Yes. Pavarotti is going to be with us on New Year's Eve, actually.
Jolly good.
Mm. Well, what about Sweden?
Sweden did
I
very
mean, the
well.
drawing of lots.
Yeah, they did very well, Sweden, in the World Cup. Very, very well. Good to qualify.
If you had been young today,
Yes.
would you have been one of these dreaded football hooligans going around Europe, do you think?
No, certainly not. How dare you? No. I think it's an important game, but it's not that important. You know, it means a lot to me. I'm sure I wouldn't bleed for it like a lot of people do.
Well, what do you think about feminism?
What about it?
What does the sex symbol of the 70s and 80s think about feminism?
Well, I'm very much in love with women. Always have done. I've spent many a fortune on women, so I'm all in favour of them. You see.
But if you had been born Sabrina Stewart, let's say,
Yeah.
would your image be as clean-cut, such a nice guy image today? Do you think so?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Jacob. I wasn't born Sabrina. I'm Rod Stewart.
I know. You're Rod
Okay.
Stewart. But you were young and radical in the 60s. And then you turned into Rod the Mod, who broke a few hotel rooms. And today we have the father Rod Stewart here. Who is
Yes.
he really?
Well, he's more or less a Jekyll and Hyde character at the moment. I can still, you know, if I wish, break up hotel rooms. I don't, but you're right, I love my family. I've got 3 children, and I'm very devoted to them. It's very difficult being in this business and being away from them for so long. I miss them very much.
How did they change you?
They changed me in a way that, for instance, I used to think that football was a very, very important thing in my life, but it's no longer. I mean, I love it, as I said earlier, but you get everything in perspective when children come into your life. Have you got any, Jacob?
No, I haven't got any.
Didn't think you had.
But you live quite a mirrored life. You give interviews all the time. You talk about yourself all the time. Couldn't this constant contact with an, so to say, artificial self affect one's personality?
Well, I don't think it's affected me. I don't give that many interviews. I try and be as private as I can. But I think, you know, I think there's people out there and here in Sweden that would like to see me and know what makes me tick, as it were.
Do you need the myth making?
I think it's all part of the rock and roll machinery, but I don't think. I think I'm pretty straightforward now. I've lost a lot of that glossy edge that I had in the early 70s and late 70s. This is me now, bare bones.
What's most important to you today?
My children, without a doubt.
What dreams do you have for them?
Well, first of all, to get them out of Los Angeles, because the pollution there is so bad. That would be the first thing. I want them to do whatever they want to do in life. It's very difficult. I would like them to sort of tear themselves away from me at the moment, you know, because they're living in my shadow. They absolutely idolize me, and I'd rather them be their own people, have their own self-identity.
How old are they today?
32, 28, and 19.
No.
No, it was a little joke. It went down well, didn't it? 10, 9, and 2.
10, 9, and 2. Does any one of them want to take up singing, you think?
Oh, yeah, all 3 of them at the moment, but, you know, they change from day to day in their career pursuits.
What would you say if they choose your career?
Absolutely. I mean, I can hardly complain because it's been so good to me. It's been more than good to me.
Looking around today, there's all the stars of the 60s are the mega stars today. It's people like you. It's Tina Turner, Paul McCartney, Elton John, Diana Ross. Do you think you will be with us in the 90s as well?
Well, I'll be with you. I don't know whether I'll be singing or
Yeah.
not. I hope to be around, you know, breathing. But if God gives me the air in my lungs, I'd love to continue singing. But that's not my choice. It's up to the public, really.
So you won't be the Sinatra of tomorrow then,
I can't see it just at this point.
doing Vegas.
No, not me. No. What else we got there,
well,
Jackie?
can you still stand, Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Can I still stand?
Yeah? The song?
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'd love to re-record it, because when we play it live now, it's more of a rock and roll version. But it certainly was one of the best songs I've written.
And what did it do to your image?
It transformed me overnight into a sex symbol, I suppose, for want of a better word, and everything that goes with that. And for a long time, I believed everything I read about myself in the papers.
You did?
But, yeah, I did. But people, when we do live shows, they love that song, you know, everywhere around the world.
Do you see yourself as a sex symbol still today?
No, I don't. No. I see myself in the morning when I wake up, and it's not a pretty sight.
It isn't?
It's not a pretty sight.
No. We'll drink to that.
We'll drink to that. And,
Thank you for coming, Ron.
Good night, nurse.